Hello, back again. Excuse me. We're going to be testing the three of these Morton Cheapside, razors. I've got three ready. I actually had my first failure on the untested finishing stones that I'm testing and everything, and yeah, I've had my first one. It was a nice little green one. When I say it's failed, it's not really failed, but it's not a finishing stone, or at least I'll give it 2 goes and it won't really pop in hairs, so I ain't gonna bother shaving with it. But I think it's razor safe, like in terms of it's not damaging the edge at all. So it could be a really good pre-finisher maybe. I might explore that a little bit. I might start from a lower grit. These have all come from synthetic sort of progression up to 5,000. I got them all popping hairs at 5,000. Not sort of like what I'd imagine an 8,000 or a 12,000 a pop hairs, or like full on sort of JNAP progression or whatever. But good enough that I know that they're set well and kind of ready. And then we've had a go of the natural finishes on them. So I'm just going to split my face into 3 today to get them done. There's no point just shaving the whole face. Take 3 shaves, take too long. Got too many razors. But yes, they're lovely razors. I've showed you before, no end, if you've seen the other ones. So let's get it done, eh? Just got a little window while the girls have gone out. I've got my sister's dog around, little puppy. He's like 3/4 of a year old now, and he's trouble at the moment. He's like this wildy coyote. You can see it in his eyes and everything. And he's actually been a bit naughty this time. It's about the 4th time I've had him. So the thing is, they get a bit more comfortable and then they start getting their juice. Whether it was a girl or female, but he's a boy, and he's got some big knackers on him already. Yeah, I fancied shaving with this today. Sterling green. It's lovely. And I've got the old polo Ralph Lauren that matches it, or at least damn near it. Yeah, it's nice. I won't put any of that on today though, because I'm just going to go and get grotty today. I'm sorting out my wormeries at my allotment today. I've got my dad's shed, old shed, but he overclad it in cedar, so it was very worth saving, even that it's very old. And it had a workbench in it with a vice, so I've just made the workbench shorter in width, so it takes up less space, and then I'm going to fill it with wormeries basically. I'm pretty excited because I've got all my tubs and stuff that I've had in my outhouse for over a year now, so it means I can clear a big space out my outhouse. Right, let's do these in some order. I've got 1, 2, 3 on the spines. They just correlate with the stones and everything. I scratched them on the back of them. Some nice stones. I think they're UK stones, but they could well be. You know, they're just a typical sort of slate. It's been quite interesting going from the 5,000, because it's not something I've done a lot of. I normally always, I was going off the 12 for a long time, and then going off the 12 to then naturals, and then I realised there weren't much of a difference from going off the 8 from the 12 to then the nats, so I just started going off the 8. But there's a definite difference from going from a 5 to a nat. It's not quite as smooth. Like with more practice, I imagine I'd get it better. But it stands to reason, really. You know what I mean? You've not refined the edge as much on a 5 than you have a 12. An 8. So, like, and I'm not saying that's a rule or anything, but that has ploughed through that hair, and this is, I don't know, I think it's nearly 8 days. And it's pretty smooth, man, for a little single pass up. Right, let's have a go at number 2. So again, it's just another blue sort of slate stone. Actually sounds a bit different, that doesn't it? Been doing sort of minimal stropping as well, really. Oh, damn near it. Yes, it's nice. And again, it's pretty smooth for a single pass. It's been interesting. I've had these stones sat there for so long. It's been nice to get them out, give them a bit of an airing, and I'm going to keep, well, I know what one I'm going to keep from sort of like the blue, sort of, if they are British stones, but the blue slates, I know what one I'm going to keep. I'm not going to keep them all, because what's the point? And I've been seeing if I can get hairs popping off my 2000, and I have on some razors. Well, I almost feel like a new man. Been dying to get that off. Just didn't work out. In the mornings. Lovely razors. Superb sort of grind on them and everything. And they are hollow, but they've got a little bit somewhat of weight into the middle bit. Nice razors though from that Morton & Co. Cheapside. 39 Cheapside. Right, well, that's kind of it. It's what I wanted to achieve today. None of them have left nothing behind. What I will do with some of these stones, ones I want to explore a little bit more, I'll take some up to like 8,000 and then have a go on them. That's lathered up loads better now that I've got my hair gone. Let's get some of these ear hairs. Wild. Right, that's it. See you later.